So, you're thinking about turning your passion for beauty into an actual career? That's awesome. But there is a huge difference between being really good at something as a hobby and being a successful professional. So what does it really take to make that jump? Let's get into it.
Look, you might be incredible at what you do. Maybe you're the friend everyone goes to for amazing nails or flawless makeup. But the big question we have to ask is, can that passion alone build a legal, stable, and truly successful career? Let's dig in because the answer, well, it's a little more complicated than you might think.
And here's why. This is the reality check. Beauty school isn't just about learning cool new techniques. It is a serious, career-defining commitment. We're talking about a profession that is licensed and regulated, with a whole set of rules governed by your state. This isn't just a hobby class. It's the official first step toward your legal career.
So how do you know if you're actually ready for all that? Well, think of this checklist as your roadmap. It breaks down everything you need to consider, from the legal stuff you just have to the professional mindset you're going to need to succeed. Let's walk through it together, piece by piece.
First up, let's talk about the absolute non-negotiables, the legal requirements. Seriously, these are the gates you have to get through before your journey can even really start.
Let's be crystal clear about this. These aren't just school rules. These are state laws. Any licensed school is legally required to check these things because this industry is all about protecting the public's health and safety. You got to meet the minimum age, have that high school diploma or GED, show a valid photo ID, and have the legal authorization to be there. If even one of these boxes isn't checked, enrollment just, well, it can't happen.
Okay, so this brings up a question I hear all the time. What if you're super eager to get started, you've already graduated high school, but you're not quite 18 yet? Can you get a head start?
And this is such an important distinction to understand. The answer is yes, you can absolutely enroll and start your training before you turn 18 as long as you have that diploma. But, and this is the crucial part, you cannot take the state licensing exam or get your actual license until you meet the state's minimum age requirement. So, yeah, start early, but you can't get licensed early.
All right, so once you've cleared all those legal hurdles, it's time to talk about the practical realities. This is the day in, day out stuff, the time, the money, and the level of commitment it takes to actually get through the program. Now this, right here, is a fundamental difference you've got to wrap your head around. See, unlike a regular college that runs on credit hours for a semester, beauty school is all about the clock. Your progress is literally measured in the number of hours you've completed and documented.
And that hour-based system has a really direct consequence. Every single hour counts. If you miss class, you're not just missing out on information. You're actually falling behind on the hours you need to graduate and be eligible for your state board exam. Showing up day after day, consistency is everything.
And of course, we've got to talk about the financial commitment. Any good, reputable school will be totally upfront about this from the very beginning. You have the right to know exactly what the total cost is, what's included in your kit, all the payment options, and what the school's refund policies are. Getting clarity here protects you and your wallet. All right, let's move on to what might just be the most important piece of the puzzle, the right mindset. This is where you really have to shift your thinking from, this is a fun hobby, to, I am launching a long-term career.
I really want you to let this sink in. License first, career follows. This is the whole philosophy, right here. Your number one goal, your top priority in beauty school, isn't just to learn how to do a perfect balayage or a flawless facial. It's to get your state license, period.
Because that license is exactly what separates a professional from an enthusiast. It is a legal credential. It is the state's official stamp that says, hey, we have verified that this person meets the minimum standards for health, sanitation, and safety. You can trust them. That public trust, that's the entire foundation of your career.
And once you have that license, it's the key that unlocks everything else. It leads directly to legal employment, it gives you professional credibility with your clients, and it is the bedrock for long-term stability, whether you want to be a top stylist, an educator, or even own your own salon one day. Okay, so we've covered the legal hurdles, the practical commitments, and that all-important professional mindset. Now it's time to bring it all together for one final check.
So here we are, back in our roadmap. But looking at it now, after everything we've talked about, think about it. The legal paperwork, the daily commitment of your time and money, and focusing on that ultimate goal, the state license. Do you feel more prepared now to start checking off these boxes?
Deciding to enroll in beauty school is a huge, life-changing decision. But the difference now is that you're not just going in with passion. You're going in armed with a clear understanding of what it really takes to succeed. So, the only question left to ask yourself is this: is a licensed beauty career your future?